Hey y'all, it's your girl Symone. Welcome back to my channel. If y'all can see by the title, today's another Subbie Sunday. Before we get into this video, y'all already know what to do. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, give her a thumbs up, comment down below. Don't forget to follow me on all my socials, Instagram at Vivalayoshii, TikTok and Twitter at Lifewithsymone. Follow my business pages at Brishari and my new business page at Storytime, because your girl is going to be selling hair. Y'all see the bundles. Y'all see it. And Brishari about to drop merch. The hair and the merch is coming November 8th on my birthday. So stay tuned for that. But let's get into the Subbie Sunday. It's been a minute, y'all. How y'all doing? I'm acting like I could hear y'all response. But it's been a minute. I just recorded another video, which might be day number 4 of Vlogtober. If not, might be day number 7. It really depends. I could edit that. That's still not even gonna be a long video. It's gonna be shortish. Okay, I'm not gonna skip a day. So anyway, today is day number 5. Let's get into it. And yeah, I'm using my computer. I did not put the NGO link up at all because I was moving slow today, y'all. And yeah, that's the real truth. Let me get to why y'all here, because y'all probably like, girl, we don't give a damn about shit else you talking about. Okay. But I do have some short stories here too. So we're just gonna do some short, long ones like we usually do. So this one is not really a title on here, but she did say that she submitted something before and she submitted something again. It's kind of advice, so y'all. Okay, so it says, hi Symone, I sent them a story a few years ago, but I'm back again with another. I have a friend, darker tone, who I went to high school with, and we grew closer around 2020. She no longer wants to be my friend because my boyfriend prefers light-skinned girls, and I'm not breaking up with him because of it. Am I a bad friend? I feel like with that, is your boyfriend being disrespectful about it? Like, does he talk about her or like try to does he try to make her feel a certain type of way, or if that's just his preference? People are gonna have their preference or whatever, because it's like, even with women, like we might like taller men, or some women like shorter men or whatever, but like, is he making your friend feel uncomfortable? Because I feel like if it's something like that, you need to have a talk with him, like check him on that. Like, you're not about to be talking to my friend any type of way just because you got your preference or whatever. For one, she don't even need to know that. You got who you got. You're in a relationship with me. What's the point of you even speaking on who you prefer anyway? But I just feel like with that, if he's being disrespectful, I feel like most definitely then you need to check him. But I feel it has to be that, because if he just preferred, like have a preference and that was just it, and her stop being friends with you, I feel like that's crazy. Unless it was like a disrespect thing that came into play and it was like, I feel like you didn't have my back, then that's different. But I don't know, y'all let me know down below in the comment section how y'all feel about this. Okay, so this next story is titled, My Best Friend of 28 Years Boyfriend Tried Me. Hi Symone, please don't say my name as this is recent, and I'm still sorting through things with my bestie. I'm gonna try to make it short. Okay, so I received a text from her boyfriend one day asking me to call him when I was alone. I responded, okay bro, as this was nothing out of the ordinary. I finished what I was doing and I called him. So I said, what's up bro, what's going on? He proceeds to say, I've been listening to you ever since I met you, and I hear everything you say. I see how you cater to everyone in your family, but no one really caters to you. I said, yeah, it's cool, that's why I'm doing a staycation for my B-day so I could unwind. Mind you, me and my bestie B-day was coming up in about 2 weeks. He says, I want to cook for you so you could relax and be catered to, because you are a queen too, and I want to show you how much love I have for you too. If you want to come by the house Tuesday or Wednesday, just let me know. You don't have to tell your sis. She was leaving on a family vacation the next day, which was Monday. Then he says, I'm not married to your sis, and one of the top 2 reasons I'm still with her is because I don't want to lose you too. At this point, the thought of me losing you hurt me more than the thought of losing her. So I'm on the other end, mouth to the floor, trying to process what is happening. Then he says, come over, laugh, and kick your feet up, and maybe I could get some of these thoughts out of my head. You don't have to tell your sis, and hopefully this convo could stay between us. I said, okay bro, I'll let you know, and hung up. I debated on calling my bestie because I didn't want to ruin her trip. I decided not to wait till she came back, and I called her. She believed me because he didn't deny it, but said I took it the wrong way. She stayed with him, and now things are beyond weird. She swept everything under the rug. I haven't seen her since July because I don't want to be around him at all, and she's always with him. The crazy thing is, my ex-boyfriend told me that he wanted me, but I thought he was just being extra. Anyway, she still calls and texts me when he's not around, but we don't really talk about anything. It's very surface level now on both ends. Deciding if I should just let this friendship go, or let her live in La La Land alone, or keep entertaining this shell of a friendship. There's more to the story, but for this sake, I'll leave it here. LOL, hope you enjoy this, and we really appreciate any opinions. Girl, oh my god, that's horrible. I'm happy, girl, because when you say you was deciding to not tell her, I'm happy that you did tell her that information, because regardless, it's like, dang, I don't want to have to do this, but let me tell you, I feel like any situation like that, to any girl listening, do not think, damn, I don't want to ruin this for this person. Let them know, because that's gonna make them side-eye or think like, damn, why you didn't tell me? Like, you know, hold on to information, not saying it. So I'm happy you did tell her. But it is crazy that she would not leave him. I don't get it. I don't get it, because something like that, for you telling me and he didn't deny it, he just said you took it the wrong way, is crazy. Because what way can I take it? Once my friend leave, you telling me to come over, laugh, kick my feet up, and I get some thoughts out of my head? Nigga, you want to eat me out and cook me food. What? And then saying that you don't want to lose me, it's more hurtful than losing her? Girl, and she won't walk away from that. It's just crazy. I mean, you said the conversation is surface level, but it's crazy because people would stay in those type of situations and still try to speak about the guy to you, and it'd be like, girl, I don't want to hear it. If you're gonna stay in that situation, whatever, do you, but I don't want to hear it. But it is crazy because that's a long time, 28 years of friendship. So to let it go, I know that's hard. Dang, I really don't know what to say. What y'all think? The friendship is already basically fading away. Y'all haven't seen each other since July. Y'all barely talk about anything. And it's like, what conversation will we even have? We already had the conversation. You stayed with him. It is weird now. Dang. Girl, y'all gotta let me know. Let my good sis know down in the comment section below. Ooh, this is crazy. Okay, so this is titled, My Stepmom Tried to Cut Me. Y'all, this is a part 2 of the story time. Remember when the girl caught her girlfriend cheating with the uncle? This is a part 2 of that. So it says, hey Symone, it's blank, and I'm back with a part 2 of when my dad caught Rose cheating with my uncle Aloe. So basically, after Rose found out I'm the one who told my dad that I caught Aloe and Rose having sex, she started yelling in my face and trying to fight me, and even came to my school and told them that she was my mom picking me up early. So I went out and I told them that she's not my mom, and she was yelling at me, pulling my hair and shit. She is weird as fuck. So after school, I was walking home and she came up behind me and pulled out a pointy, sharp object and said, if you don't tell your dad I was lying, I'm going to unalive you. I ran and screamed for help, and called my mom. And my mom came. Luckily, she was on her way to get me. So she came and beat Rose's ass. I love you so much, Symone. And let me know if you want to know what my dad and mom did to Rose. They fucked her up. Sorry it's long, and I tried to make it short and sweet. Girl, no, it was short and sweet for sure. But I want to know what happened next. Where is Rose at? That hoe is crazy. Not you cheating on my daddy and you mad because I messed up your living situation. Like, clearly you was just using my daddy for a place to live because my broke ass uncle clearly ain't got one. And you mad at me? The fact that she would come to your school is crazy. What? Oh, hell no. Rose got every 2-piece that she deserved, girl. And where is she now? Like, how long ago was this story? I want to know. That's crazy for her to do all of that. Like, Rose, is you cool? Like, the fuck? Okay, so y'all, this is gonna be the last Subbie Sunday because what am I talking about? Y'all, this is gonna be the last story because this one is kind of long, so I think it should be the last one, because now that I'm thinking about it, I want to go record more for my fact or fiction because I feel like it was too short, even though I didn't even read it. So yeah, I'm gonna do. Dang, so I mean I gotta tell y'all. Okay. Fuck. Okay, anyway. This one is titled, My Baby Daddy Ran the Red Light, Then Went Crazy. Hi, Symone. Before I start, I just want to say I love watching your vlogs and your story time. Thank you, girl. Because y'all know I'm trying to get up there with the vlogs. The way you tell your stories literally have me picturing in my head. Okay, so let's get into the story. I hope you enjoy it. It's a bit long. Sorry for any typos. I use text-to-speech sometimes. I was tired of typing, LOL. No, it's cool, girl. So it says, don't say my name, but my name is blank and I'm 23 years old. A few years ago, my friend / coworker came over to my get-together one of my friends were having. He brought along a couple of his homeboys, and here is where I met my baby daddy. We're going to call him Brian. The night we met, we flirted back and forth. We was so drunk. Then my coworker gave me his number, and it was off by the last digit, so we didn't end up talking afterwards. Should have took that as a sign. Fast forward to Father's Day 2024, my coworker's family were having a Father's Day picnic and wanted me to come. Before we went, we stopped at Brian's house to chill and smoke. This is where Brian and I officially met. No liquor, no wrong numbers involved. When I came in, he was telling me how me walking in made him look up and stop what he was doing. He made me feel like it was love at first sight, LOL. While we was just chilling or whatever, Brian was getting his daughter packed up because they were all going to the beach in the state over from ours. Brian and my coworker were talking about meeting up there later that night after we came from the picnic, which was cool with me. It was Sunday, but I was off work and I was down for the vibes. The picnic happens and eventually we make our way to where they was at. We was all talking and drinking and everything. And long story short, I got his number 2 months later. In August, I found out I was pregnant. Now that is just the backstory to tell you how I know Brian. During my pregnancy, we're still learning about each other. But for the most part, he was always very transparent. He let me know that he had 2 prior baby mamas, red flag, and that he had a that he had a DV case, red flag, which was the first baby mama, which was keeping him from finding a steady work. Symone, please don't judge me. I'm not, girl. Life happens. Knowing what I know now, I should have left him alone. But he was a sweetheart to me and he made me feel special. I had just got out of a 3-year relationship with my ex who cheated on me. Looking back, I might have been dealing with him to get over my ex to help me deal with the insecurities I had developed from my ex cheating on me. FYI, that is not a good idea. Anyway, another fast forward. I delivered a healthy baby in April and now it's July. Congratulations. Brian and his family had just moved to a new house and kept begging me to come over and bring the baby to see his new room and everything. So I eventually made time and I went. He had some Patron and I had some Cutwaters and Tree, and we just vibed out for the night. We were playing a game on the PS5 and drinking and vibing. The liquor was getting to me and we started to kiss, and one thing led to another, but we were both hesitant because I was on my cycle. I gave him head instead, but it still didn't feel like enough. He made me take my pants off and move my pad to the side and put it in, y'all. I'm so embarrassed, but TMI, it felt good. After that, we watched TV and eventually fell asleep. The next day come and we trying to figure out what we was finna do. Since they had just moved recently, they still had some things at the old house he had to take care of. So we decided while he was doing that, I was gonna go home and shower and the baby could stay with his mom. We left out, but he wanted to stop at the trap and get some Tree, and I did too, so we went there first. I gave him my money because I hate going in there. He came out and he went to his old house. I told him I'd Uber from there so we could get a session in. We get in there and we got out. I grabbed one of the packs of Tree that I saw because I didn't see the other one. We went in his crib and the smell hit my nose. It was funky in there. I sat on the couch that they were leaving there and he asked me if I grabbed the Tree, and I told him I grabbed the pack that I saw. Then I proceeded to roll up. At this point, he's thinking we dropped a pack in the midst of everything that we were doing, and that upset him. I could tell that he was trying not to let it upset him, so I offered to go back to the car and search for the other pack. And he insisted that it was okay. He went into the kitchen to start getting rid of all the little stuff that the family had left behind, and so he picked up a bag that had been sitting there with food in it and some other juices that had spilled on him. He lost it and started throwing stuff, breaking stuff. He chilled out for a little and I offered him the Tree in an attempt to calm him down. He said no, and then he went to the car and drove off. I was confused. So I went to book the Uber home. But I shared an account because I get discounts on Uber, and my sister was in a 40-minute Uber ride. I was sort of stuck. I texted him and I asked him where he went, and there was no response. I was looking out the window and he pulled back up. Saw he had the missing pack of Tree in his hand when he came in, and I asked, "You found the Tree?" He yelled and said, "Found? It was never lost. You knew you grabbed the wrong one and acted stupid." I just sat there because I didn't know what to say, and I saw how upset he was and I didn't want to make it worse. He continued to rant about having to clean up the mess with the meat, and he started back throwing things. This time he came where I was and threw something into the wall, leaving a hole. So I texted his mom and I told her about how he put a hole in the wall because it was an apartment and I wasn't sure if the damages were going to fall back on her. She replied telling me to tell him to leave. So I told him, "Your mom said it's okay. She gonna take care of it so you could leave," and I regret it. He came back into the room I was in and yelled at me, talking about why'd I tell his mom about what was going on. I responded telling him that it's okay now because we could just leave so he don't have to worry about it anymore. I really don't know why, but y'all, while I'm in an awkward or high pressure situation, I laugh or smile. So when I was telling him it's not that serious and that we should leave, I had a smile on my face. He went into the other room and continued to fuss and throw things. I intervened again, telling him, "You tripping, G, let's just leave." Asking him if there were anything he needed help with taking to the car. That's when he came into the living room where I was at and yelled, "I'm tripping." He proceeded to go on a rant about the Tree and the juice from the food that spilled on him, and he got in my face. Y'all, I don't know what's wrong with me, but I was drinking the juice, and when he got in my face, I couldn't help but laugh because why are you sitting here yelling in my face? And the Tree was getting to me. He smacked the juice out of my hand. I told him that he was doing too much. He told me to leave. By this time, I had texted my best friend who didn't live too far and asked her if I could come over. She didn't text back, so when he told me to leave, there was really nowhere for me to go. I saw how the situation was escalating, so I was gonna leave anyway. When I got up to leave and got to the door, he grabbed me by my arms and pushed me to the back of the house. This part is kind of traumatic, so I don't remember exactly what he was saying. I said, "What are you doing?" And he proceeded to yell in my face, asking me if it was funny now, and saying what happened to me beating his ass. He grabbed me by my neck and pushed my head into the wall and slapped me amongst other things he did. I was so scared. I never been in a situation like this, and I never expected him to do that to me. When he was done, he told me to get my Uber home. We could both leave or he was gonna take me home. I told him my sister was in the Uber and that I wasn't going home. I said that I was going to get the baby. He said that we were both going to leave and he was going to take me to get the baby. I let him know that I wasn't going anywhere with him. He insisted that he take me to go get the baby because he didn't want to look bad. I eventually gave in and said, "Come on," because he was still heated and I wasn't trying to go through that again. I left out of the house and pulled on the car door handle a couple of times just to hear him call me a dumbass out the window. It wasn't funny then, but I laugh now. I was fed up, so I walked off and ended up at a restaurant where I booked the Uber. But I couldn't help but cry and my phone was about to die. None of the outlets was working. I must have looked stressed and crazy because someone came asking if I wanted them to buy me any food, laughing my ass off, so embarrassed. Since then, I haven't told anyone about it. I apologized to him for laughing in his face while he was upset, and he apologized for putting his hands on me. I don't accept that apology, but I do miss him. Part of me blames myself for not being in a serious moment, and the other part of me thinks regardless, he was still gonna put his hands on me. I'm scared to forgive him because I don't want him to get in the habit of doing that, and knowing I'm gonna forgive him. I want my little family, and I want my baby to have a healthy home life and two-parent household. I don't know what to do, but thanks again for reading my story. I hope someone hears this story and doesn't miss the signs. Men shouldn't hit women. I'm gonna attach pictures so you can put a face to the names, me and him, and then me not pregnant, our baby, and the messages from that day. Let me just say, sis, you and your baby are so cute. Sis, you cute, and the baby is so cute. But let me get into this, what I have to say, because I do have to say something about this story. Sis, I understand that you do want a two-parent household for your baby, but you also said healthy, and the best way to give your baby a healthy household is not to be with that man, because one, he already got a situation with his other baby mama, which means this is something he's gonna do regardless. That situation, even though you laughed or whatever, y'all was smoking, whatever, okay, whatever, that's not a reason for him to blow up like that. The fact that this man blew up so bad, he left, yelling at you, cussing you out, throwing stuff, breaking stuff, all because you spilled some damn old meat juice on you. Let's be for real. That means that anything would trigger this man and make him snap, and you don't deserve that, and your child don't deserve to be raised in a household like that, because some men might not do it to the child, but you never know that. You can't put your child in that harm's way, even though that is her dad. There's parents who hit their children. Yeah, so I just feel like you should, the best way, I understand you miss him because you're going through postpartum, but honestly, not like that. Y'all didn't know each other that well anyway, like when y'all had the baby, because you said y'all basically knew each other 2 months and you found out she was pregnant. So it's like you starting to get to know who he is, and he's showing you who he is. He told you who he is, and don't fall back into that. It's good that you're not forgiving him. You're gonna miss him, of course, but don't fall back into that trap. Like, y'all could co-parent from a distance, but being in a relationship, no, because it's gonna always be something. You said that you get in situations and you smile, so he's gonna snap off anything. He could snap because he accidentally burnt his toast, and now you laughing and he trip out. Like, you know, that's not a healthy environment for you to be in or for your child to be in, because it could escalate to something different. If you would take me to the back of the house, slap my juice out, if you would do all of this because you spilled some damn meat juice on you, imagine what he would do if you feel like it's a more serious situation. Like, you know, so it's not worth it. I say walk away. He showed you the red flags already. That's not something you should forgive, because once a abuser, always an abuser. I can't say that word because YouTube be tripping, but once they do that, he gonna always do it. He got a case. And not one person is different than the other. If he would do it to somebody else, he would do it to you. And even if he say he's sorry and he'll never do it again, he most likely will. Most likely, because I'm pretty sure when he did it to the first person, for them to file that case on him, I'm pretty sure that wasn't the first time he did it to her. And I'm pretty sure every time he did it to the last baby mama, he told them, oh, I'm sorry, I would never do it again. Until it got to a point to where now she filed a case on him. So, and I'm pretty sure after that, he said he would never do it again. And then he did it to, you know, like, it's just a repeated cycle. And I'm pretty sure the first baby mama, just because she filed the case, that's not where it started or ended. Well, of course we know that's not where it ended, but that's not where it started. So I say walk away from that situation. Raise your daughter in a separate household, and it's okay. Like, I mean, I know that's not what people want, and people don't have a child expecting to do it by themselves or having to co-parent and do it from separate homes with people. But in this situation, I feel like that's the best thing to do, because your child is going to thank you later. Trust me. Like, it's better for me to see y'all separate and I get good versions of y'all versus y'all together and I get bad versions of y'all. Well, not me, of course, your child, but and I get bad versions of y'all, and that affects her and her life, like, you know. So yeah, good luck with that though. Most definitely good luck. I'm not judging you at all, because life happens, stuff happens. Life is so unexpected and unpredictable, but good luck with that, and I hope you are able to stay away from that man relationship wise. But y'all, that's it for Subbie Sunday. If you would like to submit a story, send it to Symonestorytimes@yahoo.com. That's the only place you should send a story to. Don't send it nowhere else, unless I put like an NGL link. You can send it there, but don't send it to any of my other emails, because I'll delete it. But that's it for this Subbie Sunday. I love you guys so much, and I hope you guys have an amazing Sunday. Your girl trying out this new French spot. I hope I liked it. But yeah, that's it for this story time. I love you guys so much. I'll see you on my next one. Peace out.